Hey guys, it's been a while since I put a video in this playlist at least for the grief journey. No, a while back I had to delete one because of copyright claims. It's like, how are you to copyright how I feel, but whatever. That's neither here nor there, you know? But going through my experiences and such, there's been quite a few losses this year of people who have been good friends, family to me. First one was a former coworker from the old job, passed away a couple months ago. Then my family member, she had passed away shortly after, and even recently I had a coworker of mine pass. So, with all this going on, yeah, I figured it's time to step up a little bit and start delving deeper into, grief and loss. Granted, I've been through it numerous times, and I'm, no, I'm, I felt like I wanted to, go out on a limb here and tell you, to be honest. I'm not claiming to be a professional. I'm not claiming anything. This is just my personal experiences with my own vices, my own demons, and all that stuff. Now, as you know, I lost my parents years ago. It's been quite a few years now, but it still feels like yesterday. Just the other day, I went to see my father. I went to the grave cemetery. And, yeah, that's going to be number one, especially going through grief and pain and loss. Don't forget about them. Remember the good times. The good thing is, yeah, it's going to hurt, especially at first. Oh, trust me, at first, through my own personal experiences, what happened with me is that I completely shut down. I clammed up on everything, and I tried to show no emotion. No emotion whatsoever. And that's not the right thing to do. So that's going to be my number one to everybody going through it. Don't hide your emotions. Let them out. If you have to, go ahead. If you can hold it in until you get to a personal place, I'm all for it. Just don't burrow it in. It'll destroy you. Trust me, I still have probably thousands upon hundreds of thousands of tears still hidden from losing my parents. It doesn't destroy me every day, but it does hurt. So, another very, very big thing I do have to say. This was one of the painful memories here, is that, like I said, even though I shut down and most of it's blocked off because, it's natural. You want to block off all the bad things that can harm you. But, don't let anybody tell you how to feel. When to feel it, how to feel it. Don't let anybody tell you how, when, or what to feel. That was stupid of me. Especially back then. I'm going to say the quote that was said to me during that time. Out of respect. Well, I wasn't even planning on saying whom, but let's just say, the person said, your mom has been dead for a month now. Get over it. Don't go through that. Trust me, I was already shut down enough as it is. So hearing that just messed me up. So, even my family was all saying, that's not right. No. So, don't let anybody ever tell you anything like that. Don't let anybody ever tell you what you are to feel. Don't ever let anybody tell you how you should feel it or when you should go somewhere and do it. I'm just, I'm being a person to recommend when. I'm not telling you when to feel it. I'm just saying sometimes there are places where you're not supposed to, but, if you need to let it out, let it out. Like, say, for instance, at work or a job. Don't, if you need to, just go into the restroom. Go there, go into like a back room or, I'm pretty sure, I know people won't want to see you like that, but if worse come to worse, especially if it's fresh, if somebody judges you, there's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with them. Don't let anybody judge you for feeling emotions and feelings. That's why you said that was one of my demons or vices, as you wish to say, is that I completely shut down. And, I kept telling everybody, I'm okay, I'm fine. But I wasn't. I was falling apart at the seams. Still kind of am, but, what can I say? What can I do? That's the good thing about anymore. I've come to accept that, and, I've been with Gia, who I've been able to, let my emotions out towards. And she's accepting. She doesn't judge me. She doesn't, tell me, don't feel like this, don't do that. She just lets me let it out. So, if need be, find somebody who you can really get, together with and talk with. I've got family members. I've got Gia. I've even got a few friends. So, not sure if it was in this take or another. I did retake this once or twice. Sorry. Hate to admit it, but this is kind of rough to go forwards, That's a nervous laugh. This is serious. So, another thing is, I believe I mentioned it earlier, actually. If you need to, go to the person's grave. Talk to them as if they were there. I do that with my father, even my mother. Right, I brother right next to each other, but still. Don't be afraid to actually, go to the cemetery and all. Go. My recommendation is, if you need somebody with you, go ahead for the first little bit. But if it comes down to it, you think you're ready, go ahead by yourself and just let it all out. That's what I did the other day when I went to see my father. I broke down. I'm not even going to lie. I was saying everything new that was going on, everything about life. Oh, I was talking to him if he was sitting in a chair right in front of me. Granted, I don't know anybody's beliefs or whatnot, if they're actually there, if they're not, if you believe that, it's whatever. Because I know there's all these different things, but that's neither here nor there. If you need to, act like they're there and talk. I've been having dreams about my father for about a couple weeks then. Especially, about, a couple weeks ago, actually. For a whole week. Trust me, it was strange. I kept trying to decode it, and it was very hard. I've asked several people to help me out with it, and it was, some people, they tell me different things, so I just took it as how I took it. So sometimes you will have dreams of them, so just take it when they do. Well, when you do. When they appear in your dreams or when you have their dreams. But yeah. But like I said, just don't ever forget. And that's another big one. They might be gone. They might not be here physically, but they'll still be here in spirit, as a lot of people say. They're still a part of you. They're part of who you are. You know, what they taught you, how they affected your life. They're still there. Just trying to make sure to remember all the good things. There are bad things that you do remember, but that's normal. It's all normal. So, overall, that's my big thing that I wanted to say. Going through all this, going forward, however you wish to take it, is that you are entitled to who you are. If you need to let emotions out, let them out. If you need to vent, vent. Don't hide it. You probably hear, well, whoever's watching this, especially if they were going through it, probably heard it all the time. Don't hide it. Don't, it's the truth. Believe me. It sucks. Especially when you hide it. Those random outbursts of anger and sadness, all that pending up, just inside, it destroys you. It makes you, especially after over years of holding it in, which was my fault, my experience. I lash out at little things. Well, I did before. I calmed down a lot recently, so, well, not fairly recently, but, within the past while. But yeah, trust me, it's not fun getting upset over little things, getting angry at little things that don't even matter. It's kind of like if you're in a relationship and somebody puts the toilet paper on the wrong way. I mean, I don't really care personally, it's just an example, but, it's like, oh, someone did that and you just lash out for that. There's even times going through my own personal experiences, what even comes up to now, I used to get triggered. I know it's not a nice word and all that, but, I've gotten a lot better. I feel as if I have. But I used to, I used to push both my mother and father around in wheelchairs. They got that bad. And there was a while where I, would get triggered by seeing people in wheelchairs. It just taking me back to when I had to do that and it was bad. Gotten better now. I've learned to take it in stride and handle it, So, yeah, it takes a lot of time to get through all that. I'm not saying, all that stuff, but it was the truth. Anytime I saw someone in a wheelchair, I would kind of, at least mentally inside, I'd just kind of break down. It just made me think of my mom or my dad, back when I used to, take care of them. So, trust me. And that can happen too. Like I said, it's normal. How you feel is normal. Don't be afraid to show it. You don't have to hide it. If you need to let it out, let it loose, and all that good stuff, by all means. Heck, take it to the bathroom if you need to. If they have like a private one, flick on the fan, make sure it's on high, loud, and then just let it out, cry. Talk to yourself if you need to. It's all fair game. It's all normal. Nobody should judge you. And if they do, there's nothing wrong with you. There is definitely something wrong with them. Alright, you guys. I'm going to cut it here. It's been quite a big video. Quite an exhausting one. But this is definitely important and a big thing, especially going through grief and any pain whatsoever. But this is mostly targeted towards grief, loss. Though, we are human. We do have emotions. We do have feelings. And it's not right to just disregard them. You are a human being, not a robot, not a monster, not a demon. None of that, fallacy, fantasy stuff. You are who you are. And just gotta accept it. Well, not you, but whoever else. You are who you are. Either they accept you or they don't. So, it boils down to that. Alright, you guys. Hopefully this video will help whomever going through pain, going through anything drastic. I mean, even if they're, it's anything, even if it's smaller compared to that, like moving and such. Hopefully this helps you. Alright, well, I'm going to call it a night, put this video up and relax for a while. Alright, just remember, stay awesome, be yourself. Alright, good night everybody.